I think it's totally irresponsible. If you really want to look at the struggle and you want to fight the struggle, do that. But don't bring ethnic violence into this. It's simply unacceptable that somebody says you should kill somebody simply because of the ethnicity. That is the biggest form of racism.
We never want to minimize death, Sinawo, but how do you respond to when Kali groups it with the singing of the song?
It's nonsensical. So first and foremost, it's extremely racist to presume that black people are of so low intellectual and emotional capacity that a song would incite them to go and kill people. It's racist. It's undermining of our people. That's the first thing. The second thing is that Afriforum and many racist and right-wing groups in South Africa and internationally want to exceptionalize the death of white people. So when a white person dies due to violence or crime, which is prevalent in South Africa, it must become an international crisis. From January to March this year, 6,200 people died in South Africa. Not even 0.5% of those people were murdered in farms or were murdered as a relation to farm murders. So why is this a debate? Why are we not focusing on crime as a central point in why people are being killed, even on farms? But because they exceptionalize themselves, because they have white self-entitlement, and because they think white life is over and above any life in South Africa, that even if one life is lost, there must be international uproar. That's why we're having this debate today. It's a sideshow that is trying to distract the EFF from its successful 10th anniversary celebrations. And if we wanted to do anything, we could have done it on that day. There were 100,000 people at FNB Stadium. We could have marched to the closest suburb and done what they think we want to do. We have no intention of killing white people. There's no policy in the EFF that says we're going to kill white people. This is a liberation song. We're going to defend it as well. And it's unfortunate that many liberation movements who are part and parcel of this culture are not at the forefront of defending it. But as an organization that has inherited this struggle from our forefathers, we're going to do it. But it's nonsensical and it's undermining of our people to think a song is going to make them go and kill people. He can't prove it himself. He said it now. There's no evidence that the people who were killed, the 3 people who were killed last week, were killed as a result of kill the boer, kill the farmer. Afriforum is involved in an elaborate fundraising initiative. They use Swat Khafar tactics. They want to alarm people, and they get this attention so that they can fund their trip to the bush to go and shoot at paper targets and drink brandy and coke. This is what they're doing, and that's all they're going to be doing moving forward.
Evidence is material, Kali, especially when you're dealing with a hot button issue like this, when you're trying to link the singing of a struggle song to the murder of people. And it goes back to people won't believe it unless you provide proof. South Africa is a violent country. People die on a daily basis. So how do you draw that link?
No, I think there's something like moral behavior. If you know people are offended, why would you do it? We don't offend people because we want to build the future where there's mutual recognition and respect. And the judge had it wrong. You don't have to prove the link. You can simply show that this hate has a detrimental and a negative effect on people. The fact is, to say this is racist, to be against this, I must truly say, I think the EFF are a number of people, as I've said, the minority, going around singing a chant to say people should be killed on the basis of their race. That is the most extreme form of racism. So they've lost all moral authority to come and tell us we are racist. There's only one racist in this room. And that is the person Sinawo sees in the morning when he looks at the mirror. And of course, I want to put on record that we are against all murders. You can go on our track record. Our safety structures work with all communities, with taxi associations. Advocate Gary Nel, 95% of the people he represents are black people that have lost their families, that have been left in a lurch by the criminal justice system. So we're the only organization that says we want to unite people, we are working with all cultural groups, and we will not offend people because we all have children. If you look at the vast majority of peaceful people in this country, and it's not a 10%, it's a 90%. We all want the future for our children, and we will continue to work that. We have to make a prosperous country, and we cannot allow radical groups that thinks it's a joke if they dance on a stage telling that we should be killed. We will fight this till the bitter end,
right.
And the communities will fight with us. If you look at what happened on the 20th of March, the communities in this country from all races took hands to say we will not let the EFF destabilize this country. And what we saw is that the EFF failed dismally. Their national shutdown was a national letdown. And they will fail again because we will work with all cultural communities to say we need to promote mutual recognition and respect, and we will take a firm stance. They should not see our view to say we want peace. They shouldn't see it as weakness. We will fight for peace, and we will do it with all communities in this country.
I wonder what's the way forward, Sinawo, where both are drawing the line in the sand. You call what Kali is saying racist. He's responded with the same. What's the way forward?
Look, I don't think Afriforum has much standing in South African society, and it's laughable for them to think they have a moral authority to lecture us on racism. They are the ones who have been defending the apartheid flag and fighting for it to be sown high in this country, a flag that has been representative of cruelty and human rights violations in this country since apartheid times. They are the ones who will defend this stem, a song that was sung at Flag Plus when our people were being tortured, who were fighting for the liberation of this country. So there's no moral authority that Afriforum has, but also there's no numerical authority they will ever have to undermine the growth of the EFF, to undermine the influence of the EFF in terms of the public debate in society. There's nothing they can do. So there's no way forward we're going to chart with an aspirant AVP Buremach group that is interested in protecting the rights and the land that was stolen from African people and protecting a minority by stoking up non-existent genocidal calls. They are creating if you can ask him what genocide means now, he can't tell you. He can't give you statistical evidence that links the singing of kill the poor, kill the farmer to the murder of people. So there's no way forward we can chart with an organization that is using Swat Khafar to fundraise. That is what they are doing, and that's how they must be characterized.
To Sinawo's point, Kali, even the judge sitting in the Equality Court said that Afriforum had failed to show that the lyrics in the song could reasonably be construed to demonstrate a clear intention to harm or incite to harm and to propagate hatred. Why couldn't you prove it back then at that case? I mean, you are appealing, it's going to be heard, I think, in September. What new evidence do you have?
No, the judge made a huge mistake. With regard to hate speech, you don't have to prove that. If you look at the Kwelani case, he made negative remarks towards gay people. The Constitutional Court had to look, was there a correlation? Could he prove that gay people were harmed? And the court said it is not necessary. So now to play around to say, well, you can't prove it, so we're going to go on. People are literally being killed. And if they want to downplay it, there's such a thing as proportionality. To be a farmer today is twice as dangerous than being a police officer.
That's nonsense.
That is, of course, the truth. You're ill-informed in this
nonsense.
regard.
You know, they brought a book,
Listen,
a fake book. They brought a fake book. Yeah, this is not your farm.
You can
it's not going to happen.
Let's finish nonsense. And we'll come back to
pure nonsense.
Don't bring your family.
You can't say police are dying at a lesser rate than farmers.
Okay, let's conclude your point and then we'll come to you.
We can prove that. But we're also worried about murders on the Cape Flats. Our safety structures are involved there.
By the way.
Yeah. So for somebody to sit here playing the big man while people are being killed and our country's future is placed in jeopardy, we won't stand for that. So he can accuse us of everything, but we will go ahead to build a better future.